How you going, YouTube? Hope you're all well, safe, COVID free and all that kind of thing. Finally got to ride the bike today. This weather. Did 140 k's today. I was going to record me riding, but I was with my brother, so I just wanted to ride and get used to the bike because I hadn't had a chance to ride it yet. Yep, it's definitely an awesome bike to ride. Definitely an awesome bike to ride. So there's a couple more things that I've done since I last posted a video on the bike. I have fitted my Saddlemen San Diego Customs Pro gripper seat, which is pretty awesome. It's pretty comfortable, so much better than the standard seat. Standard seat, Jesus mate, that was seriously, it was the worst seat I've ever sat on. You couldn't ride more than, I don't know, 15-20 minutes and you end up getting like cramps in your hips. Oh, that was just me, old man. Yeah, so this one, so it's a bit different to the Saddlemen Step Up. It's rounder here, and that's grippy, that's grippy. It's got the San Diego Customs logo on there. What else have I done? Put the sissy bar back on. I did actually take that off for a little bit. Put my dark fly screen on. Actually, that little screen, funnily enough, does a really good job, and it's really good quality, good solid mounting systems. It's not too big, it's not too small. I'm not going the full quarter fairing like, you know, like you guys in America have. That's that club style thing's not me. So yeah, so I've done a few Ks today. It's really good. Of course, got my genuine Harley swing arm bag. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, absolutely awesome bike. Awesome bike. So, but last week though, on Wednesday, I had to go back to the dealership. From my other video, I think I explained that the idle was hunting, and it was really snatchy on and off the throttle to the point where it was actually really dangerous. So if you were turning left or turning right around a roundabout, or you know, or just around stuff, it was just like boom on, and like it was just, I'm an experienced rider, and it was putting the shits up me all the time. So anyway, they sorted out the on and off throttle thing. The idle is probably, I don't know, 50-60% better. It's idling a lot lower. It's idling between 820 and 900, but it's not hunting as much. It's not going brr, 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 and it was knocking as well, like it was on that border of stalling. Now it doesn't feel like it's going to stall, which is really good. Yeah, so that seat there, I tell you what, that seat has actually made those mid-mount pegs so much more comfortable. You know, I was actually really looking at buying forward controls and pegs. Here in Australia, they're like $1,000 plus fitting. And unless you fit them yourself, to the dealer to fit them, it's like $300. So expensive. I mean, what a rip-off. So, but with this seat, no lies, I think you're about probably an inch higher, maybe an inch more back as well, if that makes any sense. So higher and back, which is really good. So the seat is far better. So like I did 140 k's today, no dramas at all, and the seat's brand new, so it's still got to really sort of wear into my butt shape. I've still got my grips to put on, haven't put those on yet. They're the genuine Harley Davidson, they're called Get a Grip Magnums, same as what I had on my Sporty. They got that really small grippy stuff on them, and they get a bit wider in the middle, so they're really comfortable. Yeah, but this little screen looks pretty cool. It's a dart screen. It's called the Classic. It's about $200 posted from the UK. Got here in 4 weeks. So I actually ordered that before I had the bike, funnily enough. Yeah, so yeah, but other than that, the bike's really good. Gets pretty good fuel economy, goes hard. The poor little Sportster's got nothing on this bike, unfortunately. But the way you sit and the way it handles, it's like a big Sportster. It's basically a big Sportster. What a bike. What a bike. I mean, it just looks, everywhere you go, it just looks really good. And people get, you know, you just get looks wherever you go. Stop at traffic lights. Everyone that even remotely knows about motorbikes or likes motorbikes, just stares at it. It's really good. It's really, really good. So I did actually, if you looked at my Instagram, I took this sissy bar off because I thought it was too big, but now this seat's on here, it's actually made the sissy bar look more, I don't know, more, what's the word for it, more, I don't know, when stuff matches up it looks better. That's probably the best way to put it. It matches better now. That seat makes it look smaller. Before it looked too big and I wasn't really happy with it, but now, yeah, definitely looks a lot better now. Yeah, these S&S Grand National Slip-Ons, they're pretty good. Got the baffle in. They're they're not overly loud or obnoxious, but they're not quiet either. So yeah, it would be interesting to see what they're like without the baffle in, but I'm going to run it in first. Get to that break-in period, you know, and before I start even thinking about doing anything like that, I'm going to leave it just as like a standard headers, but with baffles on, with the slip-ons on. I don't see the point in having a full exhaust unless they go 2 into 1, but that's, you know, neither here nor there at the moment. I'm just quite happy with the way it sounds, the way it looks. I mean, what a gorgeous bike. It is a really, really good looking bike. Yeah, really, really cool. I'm happy with it. Very happy with it. I can't get over that seat. I was umming and ahhing and whinging at $700 for a seat. Yep, for all you guys that don't pay that much, that's what they're worth in Australia. $700. I was lucky I got the Pro Gripper the same price as the standard step up, so pretty lucky about that. Yeah, pretty cool. I'm loving this bike. It just looks smick. Still up in the air about that little screen. It does a good job though. I was out doing 110 k's, 120 k's an hour today in some places, and it was just, yeah, keeps the wind off me. Not much buffeting, if any, which is good. So yeah, I'll take you for a quick lap around the lake. This is Herdsman Lake for those guys that live here in Perth. This is Osborne Park. I work in Osborne Park, but it's like 4 k's that way. It's a big area. It's like an industrial area. A lot of businesses and stuff. Yeah, so I might just go for a ride around the lake, take you with me, and we'll come back here again and then we'll end it. So let's go, eh? We'll get it going. Get my gloves, we don't want to forget them. Get it started. Yeah, so these are, they're not a bad pipe. They're quite deep. I imagine they'd be really, really deep without the baffle in. They're getting a much better note to them now that they're carboning up a bit too. Alright, oh, I love this seat. This seat is so good. Yeah, so that little screen's actually pretty good. Oh, I've got a black headlight trim as well. Just I made that front end black. Oh, and I've also just turned up at during the week as well. I got some vinyl wrap that I'm going to be putting on the stanchions there, so it blacks the whole front end out. Anyway, let's go. I'll go for a quick lap around the lake. Take you with me. You can have a listen to what it sounds like as we're riding. So today is the first day, but it's been actually good weather. The weather has been absolute crap. We've had the entire month's rain, average rainfall already. Just gets up to speed so quickly, and I'm not even trying. So I mean, I can, going by the book, I can take it up to 3,500 RPM. Don't have to, just do not have to. It's great. It's a bit windy heading this way, and you can see on the trees there, it's blowing a gale. So more storms coming through tomorrow. See the cloud cover coming over through there. They're forecasting like storms, like proper storms tomorrow. We've had flash floods throughout the city. under 2 or 3 feet of water within an hour. Which is not good. Yeah, it's a pretty cool bike. So yeah, these mids are sort of, they're not really like below your mids, they're probably forward mids. And with this seat, it just sort of lifts you up a little bit and back a bit. It's amazing what a difference it can make, just an each to either direction, you know. It's actually made these controls really, really nice. I think I'd probably keep these controls now. I'm actually thinking about getting the bunking highway bars, and I can use those as like a footrest. So with this seat too, you're planted. Like this thing is just torquey as hell, and with a standard seat, you're actually gripping the bars so hard to stay on the bike that it's actually pretty horrible to ride. But with this seat, I tell you what, you ain't going nowhere. It's got such a high sort of step up on the back of it. So I found that the fuel economy is getting better as well. The motor's getting a bit smoother. What else? There's getting a few more noises now. You know, I'm starting to hear a few more noises, so the motor's loosening up. Gearbox just snicks into gear. Just snicks into gear. There's one thing that what spins me out though, on the gear shifter peg down there. When you're changing gear, right? No lies, the shifter peg will move that much before it engages. It's just, it's not. Oh, how could you put it? It's not like sloppy, because there's like resistance on it, but it's really weird. You've got to get your boot right under it. There we go, from 65 to 90 kilometers an hour in a heartbeat. This thing's pretty quick, and that's not even giving it a hard time. That would be about a third throttle. At a third throttle. So this little screen actually does a good job. You know, at speed 120 k's an hour, 110 sort of, and in between that sort of speed, it's yeah, I'm getting air on my face on the helmet, but it's not buffeting air. It's I don't know what it's not hitting just the top of the helmet. Oops, sand everywhere from the storms we've had. So yeah, so this part of Selby Street, this is Selby around here, was actually flooded, and the shops were full of water. There was people pushing the water out with brooms and all sorts of things. You can see all the mud and stuff on the side here, where it's been up on the gut onto the side there. Look at it, it's just everywhere. And worse tomorrow apparently. So today is Sunday the, I don't know, I think it's the 11th, 10th, somewhere around there, and then but tomorrow is Monday, and they're forecasting the bad weather. So just this thing in fourth gear, third throttle. There's so much low down torque, so much. You know, I can't wait to be able to get on this thing and give it a bit of stick. You know, give it some good throttle. No, people everywhere. What's going on? Thanks for not pulling out, buddy. I appreciate that. I should no one's coming up behind me there. And the handling, I've got to say, with the suspension the way this thing is, this actually handles better than the Sportster. Oh, it's just so quick. So for all you guys out there that got the street bobs, whether they be the 114s or the 107s, I now know what you guys have been experiencing. You know, put miles on it, you know, Magpie Caviar, Sway, all you guys. I'm not even trying. This thing is just, it hauls ass, eh? It's got very impressive torque. Just keeps on pulling. It just feels like doesn't let up. And of course you can just cruise. I'm in fourth gear at 60 kilometers an hour. Look at all the sand everywhere, just where it was all flooded. Yep, what a bike. So happy that I purchased this bike. I think it could still do with a better tune, to be honest. But you know what, once it's run in, I'm probably going to get it dyno tuned. Hopefully you can hear these pipes. Big ass bus, don't argue with that. It weighs a lot more than me. Yeah, so guys, I'm going to be bringing you a lot more videos. Unfortunately at the moment the weather, this is the first good day on a weekend, because I work 6 days a week on average. It's the first good day that we've had in a month, just about. So the only time I've been able to ride the bike was when I had to go back to the dealer to get them to have a look at the tune. And it just handles. I mean, these mid pegs, they let you, it's a very aggressive sort of riding position, so it's really, really good. You know, you can handle it really well. Corners really well. Ground clearance, I haven't scraped the pegs yet, so plenty of ground clearance. It's really windy, so I hope it's not playing with the microphone. So we're coming back up to my car park.